Hey everybody, John Evel here. Hello and good afternoon greetings from somewhere near Brownsville, Tennessee. Alright, continuing our journey to where am I going? Nestle in Fort Worth, Texas, which is 546 miles away. Alright, the local time is 12:46 Central. Temperature is 35 degrees. I am currently traveling on Interstate 40, westerly bound. Current odometer reading is 1,056,323 miles. Alright, I found a very interesting topic to talk about today. Yeah, let me say this. These ideas, oh, look at that. These ideas are not originally mine. I just basically heard one version to the other version and kind of come up with my version idea. So here it goes. For centuries, people have asked, where did sin come from? Where did evil come from? Did God make sin? Did God make evil? And of course, we all know, since God is a holy God, He cannot even look at sin because He's so holy, let alone for Him to made evil, right? So where does sin come from? And for a long time I have struggled with that idea. But let me get off that topic here to a few analogy that maybe will help all of us to clarify and understand. So, okay, here we go. The old centuries of question, where did the egg come from? Who came first, the egg or the chicken? And I'm a firm believer that God created the chicken already matured. He didn't create the egg to hatch the chicken. I mean, think about it. If God created the egg, who laid the egg, right? It would be more reasonable to think that God created the chicken, who laid the egg and hatched the egg, right? So when God created the chicken, God did not create the egg. It was the chicken that created the egg. I mean, He made the chicken to be able to make an egg, but He didn't make the egg itself, right? The egg is the aftermath or the result or the side effect of two chicken, doing the birds and the bees, the tango. You get my point, right? Alright, here's another one. Which one did God create first? The fire or the smoke? A reasonable mind would say God created fire. Fire in itself is very good, but to the wrong hands of people and the wrong application is a devastating effect. But fire is not bad. fire is one of man's greatest tool, and fire is good. So therefore, again, God created fire, and the side effect of fire is smoke. Right? Sure, God made it where if the fire... Oh, we got a green light. And it's closed. So God created fire, and then the side effect of that is the smoke. He didn't have to make the smoke. The smoke was a side effect of fire. Right? I think we can all agree with that, right? All right. Back to the question, where did evil come from? Okay. It goes all the way back to the book of Genesis. It is, in my opinion, that the first sin that Adam and Eve committed was disobedience and the lack of trust. The sin was not in the tree. Even though they ate from the tree of knowledge, I don't think they're the tree. Now remember, God created everything to be good. So therefore, I believe that when Adam and Eve sinned by disobedience, the result of disobedience, or the side effect of disobedience, is then the curse of sin. How am I doing? Seems logical, right? So I hope, I don't know, hey, I'm just talking out of my head here. Let me know in the comments whether you agree with that logic or the train of thought thinking. And of course, we don't have all the answers. But if I could surmise, that's what a JBG brain has come up with. So let me know, share your thoughts, and we'll catch you later. Peace. Oh, really? Holy smokies. There's a truck that got ding-dong ditch. Oh boy, here goes another one. Wow, it's a bad one. Gee, many crickets. Jeez, that cab is all the way off the chassis. Wow. Yeah, there goes another one. That'd have been really, really icy here then. The funny thing is, the road is not icy. There are no debris. But we're slowing down really, really slow. I guess people are just rubbernecking. They just gotta slow down and take a look. And about a mile later, there it goes. Is there anybody underneath the trailer? Ooh, the axles are gone. The axles are gone. Jiminy crickets. Yeah, the axles are loaded on that straight truck. That was nuts. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to North Little Rock, Arkansas. As you can see, the weather here is completely the opposite. Well, not completely the opposite, but it is 37 degrees and dry. Continuing our journey to Fort Worth, Texas, which is 360 miles to go. Roughly 5 hours and 53 minutes. The local time is 4:37. I want to give a shout out to Rich and Linda for their great support and contribution to this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, so yeah, boy, a lot of accidents today. Alright, we're gonna take this exit 59, Interstate 440, south, I believe, Jacksonville, Texarkana. Wow, that rail, I thought there was somebody ahead of him. Guess not. I guess he just likes to drive slow. Johnny Bigot here. Hello and good evening. Greetings from the Love's Truck Stop of Leary, Texas. The local time is 7:15 p.m. Temperature is at 43 degrees. Current odometer reading is 1,056,683. And we are continuing our journey to Nestle, Fort Worth, Texas, which is 202 miles from here. Unfortunately, we only have 22 minutes left to drive, so I am forced to do a 10-hour break. I've been sitting here on the side waiting for people to possibly move out. I don't know, hoping somebody out here is finishing their 10-hour break, or 10-minute break, or 30-minute break, or whatever the case may be. All the parking lot is already filled, and nothing else to do but wait here. Hopefully that somebody will pop out. This truck right here looks promising. They have their seat belts on, so you know, right? And then there's a Peterbilt over there that just turned his lights on, so that's an indication that he might just be leaving. Or any one of these guys. Yeah, this is kind of like the thing now. This is what the truck driving in the United States has revolved into, or evolved, or de-evolved. It depends on how you look at it, but parking seems to be a very difficult thing to sometimes find. So there's nothing else to do. I mean, it doesn't make sense to go around parking lot. Might as well just wait here for the grace of God that something will pop out. I believe there's gotta be, I don't know, this is the second truck. Oh, this is the second truck that stopped there. Some reason the battery just died or something, and that camera stopped recording. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Plenty of battery, but somehow it just stops recording. I don't know. Got 87% battery, so. But anyway, let's go check if there was, as I was trying to say before, that was the second truck that stopped, as if to check if there was a I guess it's not moving. Somebody keeps stopping over here as if there was an empty spot. No? I am still convinced that if a guy had a decent amount of capital, he could buy a lot in the middle of nowhere and just put a parking lot. That would be an incredible service to the truck drivers. And of course you'll have to charge them a little bit. I mean, capital don't come free or cheap, right? So the local time is 7:23. I will let you guys know when a spot is available. Be right back. Alright, one just came out. Local time 7:24. Wasn't that them that I asked? Tight one. Lord, please help me, guide me. Pretty good. I think we got it. Oh boy. How rude. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for your amazing grace. And we are good to go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, good night, everyone. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace. By the way, before I go, I want to share a little bit of a story about a special woman in my life. It started back in high school. Her name is Virginia. So anyway, for those of you who may not know, I grew up in a very small island in the Philippines called Camiguin Island. And then from there, I migrated to the United States right about in the middle of freshman year here, which is first year high school. My dad and my family went back to the Philippines, and we lived in a very large city called Cagayan de Oro, and that's where I attended my high school. And when I went to the Philippines, I was a very young, cocky, I don't know, American kid who didn't really have that good of an upbringing, you know. My family has always been very dysfunctional. Moved from one place. I had a stepmother and stepbrother. The finer things in life were not taught in the house. You know, sure, we were taught to go home, 10 o'clock and all those curfew stuff, but the finesse of life, the well manners and proper etiquettes and all that stuff, that was, my dad was a very harsh, no joke kind of a guy. He hated the high society life. He was a jackhammer kind of a thing, you know. He didn't mess around. So anyway, that was my childhood. And when I landed in Liceo de Cagayan in the Philippines and started high school there, I met 9 of the greatest people on earth. They have become my best friends until today. We are still all together. We all have, we're all married, have kids. Some of us have grandfathers. And so we became a family, kind of a very, very close friends. I mean, we throughout high school, most of them went to college, and I went to college too. I went to college because that's where they were. I tell this joke to AJ all the time. I said, AJ, don't forget I went to college. But I never enrolled. I just hang out at the college, waiting for my friends to get out of college so that we go have some fun. But anyway, this one particular friend of mine, his name is Big Boy. He probably was my closest friend, and he would bring me to his house. His house was a very modest, very Filipino looking traditional house that was made of bamboo and just native stuff, really. And they were not poor. Her mom was a school teacher. His mom was a school teacher. His dad was a soldier, and he had 3 brothers, and man, they managed to send them all to school, and they were they were okay. They were not rich, but they were not dirt poor. But anyway, I go to their house all the time. I would eat at their house. I would even sleep at their house. I ended up living at their house. And Big Boy's mom name was Virginia. And for some reason, man, she got to, I don't know, unofficially adopt me. Over the years, I lived in their house, visited their house, and she would always be so kind to me, and even would teach me my manners. She was a mild-mannered person, and so yeah, they were blessed. All of them got to graduate colleges. One in particular, the middle child, became a very, very, he was a very smart guy. He became a valedictorian and married a salutatorian. So 2 of them had, more brains than Einstein did. Anyway, this guy became a really big shot of Nestle Philippines. He raced to the ranks so much that he would race to the higher rank. He would be the top rank in the whole Philippines. So what they did is they shipped him to Switzerland. He was a mechanical engineer, I think he was, electrical engineer. But he rose through the ranks from in Switzerland, Canada, here in the United States. So what I'm trying to say is, over the years, they climbed from poverty all the way to, really good living. Anyway, the story I'm trying to tell you is about Virginia. We call her Nanai, and that's another side of the story that I wanted to tell, is that of all the children that she had, Big Boy, my best friend, is the one that brought so much friends to their house. I guess of all the three of them brothers, Big Boy was gifted to be the ones with so many friends. I mean, Big Boy had thousands of friends. He would go anywhere and just be known to a lot of people. And to make the story short, all of Big Boy's friends, especially us, we called ourselves the IACE Junior, which is all our initials. And of all the people that go there, our group, the IACE Junior, was very welcome to their house. Over the span of 20-30 years, Nanai has become our second mother, and she recently passed away yesterday. And about 20 years ago, I think. Yeah, about 20 years ago, she did had the opportunity to visit here in the United States, and she visited my house. That was a memory I will never forget. Her and Tatay, Nanai is mom, Tatay is dad in Filipino. And yeah, they visited my house and stayed overnight. I gave them a grand tour of Chicago, drove them all the way to Indianapolis, where her middle child was living at the time. And that was the last time I saw them, because I have not been able to go home in the Philippines since my dad died. And so yeah, yesterday she died, and at the very nice age of 92 years old. So farewell, Nanai. Thanks for loving us so much. Peace.